Renato standing in front of the camera for us. It's the tee shot play down the right-hand side. There we go. Now, very shortly, we'll be catching up with USA England. We'll be catching up with them here on this hole as they make their way through. We're just waiting for them to come through. Well, you'll see. Ah, there we are. He's just moved. Thank you. I think somebody's had a word. The player from Luxembourg. Good drive there, still carrying. Had some good distance on it. So we see the Slovenian and Irish team. Just making their way through there. And we'll get to see that shot again here. So good distance on the drive, lovely effort, lovely technique from the Luxembourg player. Here's that drive. Now, as we say, that ball carrying. Just on that slight slope, turning to the left, but very good distance indeed. And then they'll make their way through to those. So we didn't see the other shots. Say the Italians, one of the fancied teams for this event. Unfortunately, falling at this group stage. Even winning this match won't help them today. Won't help them through into the quarterfinals. I say it is all about playing for pride here. There's so many other games happening at the moment. As I say, one of those games that has a lot riding on it is the US-England game. England in a must-win situation. We've also got the Scotland-Argentina game happening at the moment. Had a couple of scores coming in already. We've got Nichols and Aron of Argentina currently 2-1 up against Shave. And I don't know who his partner is, but 2-1 up. After, I think, 4 holes that was. I'll get more scores as they come in and relay those to you. Long walk here. It's only a par 4. Does seem much longer, doesn't it? I think for these two teams, I think it is more about playing the course again. Getting involved in just being involved in the team competition now. Seeing it out. We can see a bit more of a breeze out there. Had a little trip around the course a short while ago. And it was a little bit cooler than it's been over the last few days. But it's a little bit earlier than we've been here over the first few days, so it might just be that. It is cloudy. And it's currently about 28 degrees. Now, they are saying that there may possibly be thunderstorms, but that won't be till later this afternoon. There's every chance we will have already moved on. It's coming up a little bit later on. We've got the senior men's, the women team competition as well. Both of those will be on the orange course. Very close effort there. Gives us a thumbs up as well. I think he just picked the ball up. Can't change the advantage there. All the blue precision trainers. Don't have those in my collection yet. Do have the white ones though. And there we go. We'll leave Italy and Luxembourg. They're heading off around the course, and we go live now to hole number 10, where we can see the first group coming through here of England and the USA. It's the USA of Godfrey and Shellock. They're playing Bennett and Moden. Oh, sorry, Shaleski and Godfrey. And at the last count, after 7 holes, they've obviously just played 8. They were, Godfrey Shaleski are 2-0 up. 2-0 up for Godfrey and Shaleski in this match. As I say, it is a must-win for England. Got a few of the other scores to bring you. I'll give you those as we progress. We see a few of the other players coming through as well. And we can see Zhang here lining the ball up. Kevin Zhang and Bart Wojalski playing here. They are currently playing against Phillips, and they are 2-1 down at the last count. So the England team 2-1 up in this matchup. Par 4, 123 yards, 112 meters. Good strike from the American. And discussion on the tee box there. Looks like Cook. Oh no, it's Phillips coming up first. Or Philp, I should say. So they are currently leading 2-1 in this match. You can see Zhang's ball there as well, not quite missing. Here's Godfrey. Big favourite for the men's individual competition as well. Big striker of the ball. Loves a big open fairway. As you can see just there. Bennett. Be hoping to get a little bit more roll. Not too far behind Godfrey there. Arms going up, waves. Maybe for everyone at home. Half a heart with one hand. I think we know what he meant. See both teams in their white kits. England team with the red shorts. The US team all in white. The red and blue sash. Making their way up to, so as I say, a must-win game. Now, with that, say that must-win mentality that the English team have attached to this game, will that cause them to make mistakes? Will they be pushing too hard, knowing that they've got to go for it? And consequently, the American team, will they think, well, we've won our first two games? Will they just sit back, relax? Will they be able to handle the pressure? Cook, always with his bag over his shoulder. Oh, he's just caught the support from the tree. Thought for a second it might just nip through. This is the current state of play on the... what a shot that is. Great second shot from the American. So that's how the group is standing right now. Obviously the green dots for the win, red for the defeat. So Ireland must win against Slovenia to be in with a chance. England must win against the United States to be in with a chance. And England must have a better win ratio than that of Ireland. And that only to possibly then be one of the best second place teams. Bennett goes other side of the tree. We'll try and keep you updated on the individual scores as we go. Teams chatting to each other there. A bit of discussion. Bennett, plenty of sun cream he's got on today. So you can see, hasn't really rubbed that in on his face there. It's the same colour as his shirt. Godfrey, his second shot. It's going to turn. It's going to be very close. If it did, actually, it's turned away. And it is a putt he'll be quite happy to take. Probably actually two countries that can have lots of conversations between them. Man in the middle of the two Americans does like a chat as well. So all groups, 2 shots. A lot of discussion going on here. About the line. Now the 2 players on this side, they're teamed up with Phillips and Cook. So they're currently 2-1 down, where Godfrey and Shaleski are 2-0 up against Bennett and Moden. Phil for 3. That's going to just come to a stop. Zhang. His attempt at a 3. Gets it. I think they might well have just pulled one back there, tying the current score up to 2-2. Bennett and Moden now for England. Good look. Taking his time. Needs to put this in. The pressure back on the American team. Doesn't want them pulling further ahead in the match. Oh, he looked very confident there. Oh, it didn't make it. It's on the edge. Godfrey. A little bit of grass in the way. Leans back. Delicate. Oh, and it's gone around the hole. Just waiting, just a few seconds. I'll have 10 seconds to see if it does drop, see if it does move. He picks it up, so they tie. So it remains 2-0 in that particular matchup. If I get any further scores, of course I will relay them to you. And it looks like Wallbanks will be teeing off first. So currently 2-0 up in the match. Big left foot, turns towards the left-hand side. Very long drive from the English player. You can just see that to the right of the flag, just beneath it. This might be Aeneas of America. Just coming in, he's running up, he's loosening up, opening up Gone very high. Somebody check that ball, it might have snow on it. Incredibly, it's gone long. If he takes some of the height off that, Catano, that will go, it'll go a lot further. I haven't seen any players go as high on their shots. Yeah. This one's gone a little bit further round to closer to the screen, but it has turned. Again, very similar distance for them all. Brown. Drive comes down. It's all about the roll here. Get a good one, get that right, the right slopes. Well, as they say, that's pretty good grouping from the four players. You can see the distance pretty equal amongst them. Now it's just the angle of approach for their putts. Couple of the substitutes. I can see Osvaldo there for the Americans. Andy for the England team. Calling everyone by their first names. Spent a lot of time with both of these countries. It's usually one of those games where you'd get both the countries would end up supporting each other if they weren't playing against each other. In the distance there, you can see one of the Slovakians jumping up and down. Just over the base of the tree. I don't know if that's actually helped. It's ended up keeping the ball quite straight rather than it turning. I'm sure that ball's going to be marked. This is looking very good. It's a good line. Is he going to turn in time? It hasn't. Very close indeed. Good effort from the American. Here's Catano. Now he's just seen how close his countryman got it. We'll be looking to do the same. Same rocking motion for his shot. Now, has this got the legs? I think he's going to stop. I don't think he's going to make it. Still moving just slightly. I think it just stopped in the end there. Thumbs up from the English team here. Woods carrying the bags. Second shot for Wallbanks. Now this has got a bit more pace, but it is turning away from the hole here. Almost too much on that. Oh, it's still going. It's almost the same distance. But much further away. Yeah, I thought it was a very similar distance to start with. It's actually gone further than where that last putt attempt was from. Very disappointing for Wallbanks on that shot. Now they're just looking at the lie. Now you can see it's a very, just a gentle slope right to left. You can see, if you look at the edge of the hole there, you can see the tilt on that. That's what they've got to play. So now Wallbanks from just behind the tree. Here he comes. Good effort from there. We'll mark that, but he's already had 3. Kitano for his 3rd. Rocks. Rocks 3 times. That's very wide. It never once looked like going in, and you can see the marker of Wallbanks just in front of him, so that's gone further away. Brown now. Looks for that straight line. Finds the straight line. Putts for 3. Very happy with that. Kitano puts in for 4. Wallbanks needs to do the same. In this this pairing, Wallbanks currently leading 2-0. If he puts this in, it ties this hole up for him. And does so. So the hole tied for Wallbanks and Kitano. And in the other pairing, Viriona and Reyes, Sparks and Brown. We've just seen Brown putt. And now the US team do exactly the same, so that ties up. So all tied on the hole. Currently, Wallbanks beating Enianis and Kitano 2-0 in this matchup, and Sparks Brown Reyes Viriona 1-1 in the match with a further 8 holes to play for them. So very tight indeed. Looks like our next group have just teed off. The next group looking like it is the American flag from Reyes. So our next group with Badigan, Mattioli, Baker, May and Anderson. It's currently the last update in the match. It's 3-0 to the England team. Now, if I get any further updates, I will relay them to you and pass them on. A little bit of a breeze, a little bit of grass thrown in the air. Second shot. From both the Americans. Both played. Yeah, I can see where the first one went. Basically, very, very close, following each other. Very wide around the tree. Tree seems to be a bit of a focal point. Playing very close to it, a few of these players. Baker May. That's a lovely turn. Good line he's got here. It might just be a little bit wide. Only just, though. Hasn't stopped, though. It's found that gentle slope, and now it's rolling away from a shot that looked like it could well have been almost perfect at one point. A shot that just kept going. Round to the left. Now, this will turn a little bit towards us. Much better shot from, I think that was Lewis. So he's much closer, whereas we saw May shot very close to the hole. Once it caught that slope, there was no stopping it. So now a walk up to the flag, a look. You can see the raised area. Now we're just looking at the, just checking the distances. Find out who's going next. I think it might be Team USA. It is. Third shots all round here. Oh, very close again. But is this going to stop? This is the area. Once it hits here, that's the downward slope. Needs to stop just before that. You can see that little patch of darker grass. Once it hits that, well, this is what happens. I think it just stops behind the tree there. Second American in this foursome. Now, well, you've seen that. He'll put a little bit less on it. Fine here. There we are. Absolutely. Any more? Once he gets over that, just that gentle ridge, goes beyond. Baker May. Getting a few shots from over here now, aren't we? Rolls that up, as we saw. No victory for him. Nice. Is that going to make it? It has made it. Great putt for the Englishman. Receives the plaudits. Our next group teeing off. This might be the first in the group. So the two Americans go first. Another high shot. Oh, he's found a very nice slope there, turning around. This is the group of McNanaman, Shuey, Brolia and Apasami. So you see Brolia tee off there. I think it's currently 1-1 in this matchup. And here's Apasami. Yes. Gold shoes for the English player. And they've got their substitute player, Liam Shoots, there. Which they can bring in if needed. These shots going on in the distance. He managed to get the heart shape right. Thank you, Nathan. We can see Rebecca Resner there of Slovakia. And some more of the Slovakian women in the background there. Women's competition, team competition is a little bit later on the orange course, but out here, the Slovakian men's team, I think, were just behind them. That's the beauty of this game. Everyone comes out, supports everyone. Yes, there's the individual glory, but that's not what it's about today. Yesterday it was about teams. Today it's about teams, about your country. Going out, supporting, encouraging, helping. Very high second shot. Don't see that often. Well, we haven't seen it so often here, but you know what? I don't think we can fault that. Not in the slightest. Really helped with the turn towards the flag. Took out some of the roll as well. Had been driven along the grass, and we've seen what can happen there. It could end up rolling even further. The bounce taking some of that roll away. Didn't quite go as far. Discussions going on here. Ball gets marked. And he walk through. Apasami. close to the tree. Oh, just caught a bush. Just caught one of the branches there. And now... oh dear. It's a very, very long way. His hands on his hip there. Brolia. That's driving out towards that side as well. Well, two very wayward shots from the England players on this hole. Shui of Team USA. Well, he's just got to play it gently, play it close. Now, was that, we were talking, look at this, excellent. Was that part of what we were talking about? That desire, that having to win, knowing they have to win, almost trying too hard at times. We saw McNamara play the ball round, lovely. And then the two English players just almost go for it. And it just hasn't worked for them. And then Shui playing that comfortably. This could end up bringing them back into the game. Back into the match. Got to be disappointed being this far away. Really, I will be moving to the side here. That's me having a good look. Well, he's going to have to pull off something special to save a point here. Drives it up. Line is very close indeed. So Brolia just moving to the right-hand side of the drain. Is it a putt he can pull off? Long way out. Front. Too many players that would relish a putt from that distance. Picks up the ball for them. They would have been fours, both of them. Well, both the Americans already on twos. I think they will have did putt out 4-3, so both the Americans taking points. In that matchup. Now we can see some. We've got Slovakia and Hungary coming through here. Slovakia beating Luxembourg 4-3 yesterday and beating Italy 4-3. Hungary beating Italy 4-3. Hungary beating Luxembourg 4-1. So these two at the top of the table in their group. And it is all on this match as to who finishes first. Now, with Hungary beating Luxembourg 4-1, it does give them the slight advantage should it go to points at the end of the 18, if there is no clear winner. Gabor Salensor of Hungary there. Been an ever-present at every World Cup so far. See a few more of the players coming on through as well. Give you some updates on some other scores in that England-USA match. A couple of players that were slightly ahead of us, Wallace and Chavez and Spink and Duffy, currently tied at 1-1. Currently tied at 1-1 there. Just trying to keep you abreast of everything that is happening here. And in and around the other courses as well. Let's see if we can find an update on Scotland, Argentina. It's currently in the match between Brian and Patricio, Cassidy and Cleary. The Scottish team are currently... Oh, it's currently tied 1-1. Currently tied 1-1. There we are. Just clearing that up. So 1-1 in that group. It's another score that's just come into me. Cracking effort, that shot. Now, in the matchup between Otero and Peroni, Stuart Maguire in Argentina, Scotland. I think that is currently 2-1 Argentina. So currently 2-1 in that group. That's another match that the winner takes all, winner goes through, much like this one that we're seeing just here. Hungary or Slovakia, one of them will top the group and make their way through to the quarterfinals. There we go. This is how it's looking. Italy and Luxembourg out of the equation. It's one of these, and I say at the moment, prior to the matches today, with the scores, how they sit, it is advantage Hungary, as they beat Luxembourg 4-1, whereas Slovakia beat them 4-3. So if it goes down to points, it will be Hungary going through as group winners. Unless Slovakia can win this matchup. There we are. Big applause. Big cheers going up for them. The Slovakian team, they were taking their time on that. It's all putts as well. Next group making their way up. Looks like they've taken their tee shots. Players looking back here. Checking back on their teammates, see what they're doing on the previous hole. It's 4-ball matchup. Taken one shot so far. It's all to play for. Must be very tense playing in this match. Oh, that's gone wide, and we know if that hits that slope, we know where that's going. It's going beyond our tree. Oh yeah, just peeking out. The second shot, though, much better. Akos of Hungary here. Wants this too slow, wants this to turn just a little bit. Well, it's gone that side. Probably the safer option. Left himself with quite a long putt. And that could spell danger. Little skip up of the ball. This is going. This is going. This is gone. Again, drifting up. That's the danger of playing over that side of the hole. You play over there, then there's, well, as you can see, this is what happens. Long way back. It's difficult for a lot of these players to get that weight just right. So vacuum player going, studying, looking at the line, knowing that a putt here will help him and his team out, without knowing the exact scores at this moment in time. Very good line. Just the weight not quite there. Also from distance. Just see him hiding. There we go. Ball comes out. This has got no weight on it whatsoever. That's going to roll back. This could end up almost back where it started. Like very close. gain of about 3-4 meters. Right, a little bit more on it. There we go. Now with that attack, could drift a little bit down the other side. Slope's not as dangerous. The ball picked up. For 3 here, for the Hungarian. Line looks very good. God, it's close. Needs it to stop just here. Oh, it does, thankfully. That's wide as well. Akos puts out for Hungary. A couple of kicks. I think he's overly happy. Not with the way that that attempt for the 3 just drifted wide. So none of those players, as you saw there, looked happy. Nobody gaining anything there. They've still got a few holes to play. I think it's our next group coming through. Yes, they've already played their tee shots. Now, which side do they go? Do they go right of the tree or left of the tree and risk catching that slope? Oh, we've seen some very commendable attempts from the bottom of that slope. No one quite doing it as of yet. Seeing quite a lot of players go that way. Gone to the left. Now, it's all about the pace on the ball here. Pace on the ball, actually very good. So he went to the left, but that straightened up lovely, right next to the hole there. Great effort. Very good indeed from the Hungarian player. From the drain. Kovac, Slovakia. How is this one going? It's going to stop a little short. few leaves on the course there. This has got pace on it. This is off. Beyond the tree, this is going to go way, way down. That just keeps rolling. And our final second shot. And which again catches that slope and heads on down the hill. Not quite as far though. Well, we've not seen anyone as of yet putt from that far. Good attempts at it, but nobody's done it. See the disappointment in the face, knowing that's such a long way to go. Another look. A few leaves moved out of the way. Zach doing the gardening. Pretty good attempt. In an area I wouldn't have expected the ball to stop. Normally it keeps rolling there, one way or the other. A little bit more of an effort. Oh, he's put it in from a long way out. It goes in. We said we hadn't seen a shot go in from that far away, and we do now. Well, the Hungarian standing there, hands on his hips, can only look in awe. Laszlo first to congratulate. Is he going to make it? Hasn't got the minerals to get there. And Kozak putts. Not happy performance on that hole. Though we've got to say that putt from distance, very good indeed. Looks like a second shot here, played round the tree. He might be the next Hungarian player. See Fazekas here. And it was, without seeing who did take it. Very good effort, left himself with a very good chance. Now Fazekas of Hungary. Final look at the flag. Wants it to turn around. Now it avoids the tree. Will it change direction here? It'll take some of the pace out of it. Right. Pace has slowed. Direction probably wasn't too bad. Now the Slovakian is quite a few steps back. Strikes it low along the ground. Stayed very straight, no turn. Very straight indeed. Bit of a change of angle. He worked it all out. Looked at all of the lines. Full marked. Water bottle dropped. That's turning away. And I think we saw that as soon as it was hit. Oh, it's still going. Still going. Now we've seen a putt from distance, but not quite that far. Big, long shot uphill. Not quite making it though. Tricky one. Oh, and misses the next putt as well. He's picking that up. That's away. Oh, this has gone wide. Look at the face. As soon as he hit it, and it's gone. It is goodbye. He just knew. Really didn't need to play it so hard. There we are. Much better. From Victor. Just follows that in. play from the Slovakian. Now our next group, he's gone to get the ball, almost walked off without it. Forgot it was down the bottom of the hill there. Second shot's coming in here. Time, thought, all being taken by a lot of these players. It'll be one of those days where you might not actually need the sunglasses. Goes high. Hits the edge of the base of the tree. You can see the supports of the trees just vibrating there. That's the wind blowing them. The wind has picked up a little bit today. So as you can see from the flag fluttering away in the distance there, that's hole number 7. So a bit more of a breeze. A little bit cooler. Some of these players will appreciate that. To the left-hand side, hopefully that'll slow down for him. I said hopefully. It's this area where if it just gets over that green patch, it doesn't stop. And it has. Yeah, it's obviously going to continue rolling while the next shot is played. Much better approach shot here. Very good indeed. Taking his time lining this up. Got to hit it, otherwise it's gone. Saw his head go down then. His head has gone down as much as his ball has gone down the hill. It takes that second slope. There it goes. Compatriot looks, just watched it go. Now, very close effort. picks up. Not happy. Hasn't been able to. I'm almost glad I don't speak Hungarian there, because I don't think I'd have been able to broadcast it. Italy-Luxembourg here, earlier on. The game at the bottom of the group. I'll see if I can get some more scores. I mean, just glancing up at us there. This is Group F. Obviously, one of Slovakia and Hungary will be winners of this group. Italy, Luxembourg playing for third and fourth. He's hit the tree, skipped up off the tree there. Apologies for the brief moment of silence. Let's have a quick drink. Not a great shot. Another shot down the slope. Where's this one going? From this angle, could well be joining them. So that's down there, back on the tee box. That tee shot was made. Here's the second shots. It's such a difficult putt on this hole. So many players get close and then just not able to get that shot selection right, get the distance right. It's so difficult. Here's another one. Now a little bit in a short while, a little bit. In a short while, let me start again. That whole sentence, forget it, rewind. In a very short while, we'll be heading over to the orange course and catching up with the women's competition. You may see the end of the men's senior competition as well. The women's just about to tee off. Now we'll just see out this hole, and we'll get our crew and we'll send them over to the orange course, and we'll catch up with the women's competition in a short while. So we will take a break. We'll be gone for about an hour and a half. So we should be back at 1:30 our time. 1:30 our time. And we'll see out there. And we'll see out the women's competition. And here we have Dias of Portugal lining up his shot. How is he going to play this? With that water hazard in the middle there, it's a layup. I didn't know if there was anyone going to be brave enough in the attempt to go over here. Well, I don't know if he's actually put enough on that. Well, enough to go big after it. It is a par 4 hole. It's actually quite one of the shorter par 4 holes, but it does have that water hazard in it, as you can see there. 75 meters, 75 yards, 69 meters that we've got here on the 16. So a shorter par 4, but with a hazard that these players are a little bit weary of, because it is sitting, as you can see just there, in the range of a lot of people's tee shots, where they would normally tee off from. So layups all round in the senior men's just here. Now lots of the senior men had finished before hole 16. Or in and around hole 16 as well. Some not even getting to play to hole 18. As you can see, the breeze starting to pick up a little bit here. We are, I'm going to double check up on this. We were expecting thunderstorms. We'll see if that has changed. Now they are expecting a little bit of rain in and around 2 o'clock. But as we can see, a bit of a breeze, the wind picking up just a little bit. It will stop. It shouldn't be much. There we go. Big shot over the water onto the green. You've got the flat side of the green there. Can roll back. A little bit of undulation to the top there. We've also got the larger slope to the left. We can see the rest of the lovely shots over the water there. And now our next Hungarian player, second shots all round here. Again, that little bounce just taking out a lot of the roll. So 2 shots apiece. A lot of chatting going on. Obviously, these players have spent a little bit of time together over the last few days. Even more so here in this team competition. Dias and Teixeira of Portugal looking at the 2 lines, discussing the best way to play this. Now, even though the wind, as I say, has picked up, still incredibly warm, 28 degrees. And the breeze is that of a warm breeze. See, hole 17 in the distance there. Holding onto his hat. Teixeira. Line looking good. Gets very close. Just drifting away. Playing the 3rd shot. Just waiting for the... You see a little bit of movement from the wind, just moving the ball ever so slightly. Just waiting for that perfect moment. Fortunately, it looks like that perfect moment never came. He misses the putt. Could well be all over here. Quite sure if they are making it over to hole 17. Well, coming up next, we can see we've got the Slovakian team. They're playing Spain. Both teams qualified for this round of 16 in 8th and 9th position. So very close together. Oh, we're just seeing the other Portugal player play over the water. That it is one of the shorter par 4s. Lots of players will hopefully do this in a 3 when it comes to individual competition, and maybe even a 2, and hope to do that in this team event. Grab the point for their team. Now we can see the tee shot, the tee box area for hole 17 in the background. First 2 players. We're in the foursome. Headed over there. Evans on hole 16. That's not got the weight. Not going to make it. A gentle turn away from the hole. Picks it up. This is going to turn early. And does so. So unfortunately, the Hungarian so picking up with a little bit of a flourish. Montagne. Almeida of Portugal. They'll walk off arm in arm. So Slovakia up next against Spain. And it looks like the Spaniards have already done their layups, their tee shots. They're just down here. Now the Slovakians will be doing theirs as well. Haven't seen anyone brave trying to hit it over there. I suppose if they was desperate to chase the game, they may. Good hit across the water. Arce and Romero, I think that is, from the Spanish team. Some ideas of Slovakia. Hit a bit of time there. Romero. Waiting for that perfect moment. Here it is. Over the water. Got to play this just right, haven't you? So you get the slope. We'll walk around here. So we can see them. Mozilak of Slovakia across the small bridge. Nobody's been unfortunate enough to slip or fall in or even be pushed in there. Romero on his way as well. Good look. Now, difficult putt going downhill, as we can see just here. We can have a really good look of the line. Wind blowing. You see the shorts moving as well. This has got a turn. Didn't turn quite enough. Oh, he's going to feel a bit of disappointment there. That line really could have helped him out. Obviously, this wind really picking up now. We'll see a much slower play with these groups. As I say, we didn't. Oh dear. We didn't expect to see any of the senior men's category here today, so it's a bit of an added bonus for us. Romero into the side. And finished off. Now on the way the congratulations are going there, it looks like that match is over. Neither of these teams will be proceeding to hole 17. Looks like a lot of congratulations going on. So that match over. Still a couple of to come through. You can see Goody and Monreal of the Spanish team. Again, that roll up. Play down there. Not being marked. Goody. Oh, he's gone big. He's gone for it. Oh, he's hit the bank. And he's in the water. Really went for it. Almost looked like he was going to do it for a second. I don't know if the wind is blowing in that direction. So the way the flags are going, it certainly is. And the Slovakian going, nope, I'm not trying that. Let's get very close. Very close to the edge here. Wind pushing that is got to be careful on his follow through with his shot. Lego. He's going for it. Oh, he's gone left. Oh, and he's in the water over there. Oh dear. Lego going very wide. Now, got to be careful. Luckily, the ball has come close to the bank. Not too much wildlife about. He should be safe there. He's got the marker, the water boundary marker. Looks like he couldn't find the hole to put it back. It's point of entry. Can't go closer to the hole. He did hit the bank on the other side. If he puts it on the top, then he would be closer. So therefore has to go back over the other side. There is no designated drop zone. And Lego fetches his ball as well. He went very wide with his shot. I think he was maybe trying to cut the corner. There we go, the boundary marker being put back in. Little chip over now. Not the biggest of water hazards, but one that can definitely tempt the players in to making a shot over it. As we've just seen, a couple of them definitely try to. And it was both the Spanish players, so without knowing the actual score in this matchup, that makes me believe that the Spanish team are chasing the win here, trying to get back into it, obviously with minimal holes still available. Because both the Slovakians played the easy pass, played the easy roll-up. Little chip over, a lot of backspin. Maybe a bit too much. But bearing in mind, it's their second shots. Whereas both of the Spanish players They've been for a swim. So just waiting for that ball to be marked. Now Spain, Slovakia are the last of the senior men's teams coming through in this competition. And then it will be all focus on the women's comp. There we are, that's a much better dink over the water. Good pace. Now Goody. Not so. See, the person who did the marking puts the ball back. We have three very close together. And all the players finally make it round. Now a little bit of discussion with the Slovakian player, slightly further back here. He pulls off a putt, he'll be very, very pleased. Lines it up. It's all downhill. That turned. Set away from distance. Good putt from Goody. That's in. The Slovakians taking points here. So you see the Spain, Slovakia, last of the matches here. Gentle little roll up. I think we'll see too many attempt to play over the water here in a single shot. There is the roll. Try and get it as close to the bank of the river as possible. Discussion how to play here. Chip it over gently. The Japanese player. Gets it over. It's gone very wide though. This keeps turning, could end up back in the water, almost coming back on itself. Is it going to stop? Oh, and we're in the water here as well. Looks like the orange ball did stop right at the top there. But the Irish player hits the water. Gonna head over the far side. There's one of our crew there with a with a stick to help her out. There she goes. And the ball actually, you can see just in the water a few drops. It looks like a few drops of rain starting to appear. Here we are, one of our roving camera team. First to pick up a stick, try and help out. Ah, the umbrella coming into play. Umbrella beats stick on this occasion. Just starting down. Is that drops of rain, or it might be it might just be insects? Yeah. Gets it over this attempt. A bit of discussion here. About the play. Ooh, this is very tricky. That ball just almost went in a full circle. Gets the stop. Still quite a way to go, as you can see. Gives time for them to come over this pairing. Discussion of how to play this. One's saying straight, one's going use the slope. Who will prevail? No power on that. Total miss kick. Just got underneath it, just went up, barely moved. Now, has this got the weight? Well, the weight was right, just the angle of approach. So with that slope going right to left, just needed it to play, to almost aim to the right-hand side of the hole. See a few of the Irish team there. Oh, that's wide. It's got had a lot of power on it as well. What can she do here? As you can see, it's against the wind, flag bending. In the face, and it hasn't put her off. Good finish there. It's unfortunate that that shot did just head into the water. Our next group of Japan and Ireland. Ready by the tee box. You see the group we've just seen heading on round to hole 17. So still to play. Oh, gone big over the side. Has it made it? I don't know. I think it's in there. And the Irish player saying, I'm not trying that. So she's going to go down and mark. I think we have Maeda of Japan waiting at the tee box to play, rangefinder in hand. Down as that first shot taken, a little roll up. Another rolled shot will be played here. It's gone very close to the bushes. I think it's just turned. Let's get maybe a little bit further. I think that's almost a little scared of the ball rolling down towards the water. Then it probably could have had a little bit, kicked a little bit harder just to go that bit further. Well, here we are, the first shot as we saw. The attempt to go over, wide on the left-hand side. Not quite making it. But she not taking her next shot yet. These players going over the water, bouncing towards the flag. That's a lovely shot. Good distance there. What can the Irish team do to match? A second roll up. Oh no, they've done it too much. Hits the water, the second roll up. Oh, I did say that first one didn't look like it had enough on it. So just tried to gain that little bit extra, and then maybe just a little chip over. Now here, second roll up. They took a few steps. There we go. There it is again. This didn't stop. Oh, I think the next shot has also hit the water. There it is. So both shots from the Irish women going into the water. Have to try again. There we go, got underneath it that time. Gets it over. See, any time there's water, it becomes daunting, no matter the size of it. Sometimes a big, large area is almost easier to attack, to approach, than one of these smaller streams like we have here. So you almost think, oh, I'll just lift it over it, and then you end up just not putting enough power on. Or might put too much on. Well, luckily we're going to get a bit of a roll back here. That has worked out very well indeed. Skipped over. Line looks good. Gets that close. This will be the closest. Of all the shots. Way over the bridge and onto the course. And we'll be looking to make their putts. See that stream going right across hole 16 there. Very difficult to find a way around it. Has to line this up. Drops it in. Good recovery. A closer shot. Should also go in. We've been able to head back to hole number 8. So we're taking a look on hole number 8 here. A par 4, 130 yards, 119 meters. And we've got Spain against Portugal. Spain qualifying 5th for the round of 16, Portugal qualifying 12th. Hole number 8, that long drive. Shot coming down toward us here. Now this has got to be played because there's a lot of slopes on this particular hole. A few mounds to traverse. Someone enjoying their dinner there. Now we did say the last weather report had the wind at 8 miles an hour. It looks like that might well be picking up even more so. Now the rain that was expected, well, about now, with the wind, has moved. So now that has, thankfully, should pass us by. We should end up missing that. Another good drive. So interesting, different ways to play. We're seeing these different holes on these courses, from the challenge of the water. Now it's the challenge of the slopes, the mounds to play. Must roll it one way and then suddenly it'll just change direction if you don't hit that line correctly. And it could go right, could go left. And a little walk down towards the flag here. See it just here in the distance. Going to the right-hand side now, as you can see, with that slope almost hiding the flag from view. This is why the players all had to walk down just here. The flag to our left now. So that slope, that mound, it's got to come over and round. Now you can see players going around it just there. So our camera position, we've had to try and get as high as we possibly can here, which puts us on the side of this, because if we were any lower, we wouldn't see the players at all. We wouldn't see the ball rolling there. Another player coming to take a look here. It's trying to find that line. It's like, if you can get over that mound, find the line, then it will just roll straight to it. Really help it out. Now, without that, it does make it very difficult. So, had a look. As you can see, the further hills in front to play over. Makes it difficult. Player from Spain over. Oh, just skips up out of the bunker, hidden bunker there as well, and now catching the slope poorly and beyond. So the flag, as you can see, hits it sitting up high, and yet it's still covered from the mounds from the tee box area. Shot comes up. There's the skip. Just pops. Oh, that lovely little pop out of the bunker. Needed to stop here. Unfortunately, not quite enough. Needed to just pop out a little bit more to the left. Portuguese players, very wide, have got to come in. They're going to play it round, avoiding this area completely. Ball's going to be marked there, but it is going to be played from the far side. Couple of steps back. Now the attack. Oh, he hasn't made it. Has to mark that. Very difficult. Get up. A little turn. Oh, very close. Good effort from there. Gets a round of applause. Very good attempt. Difficult shot. Now this one, it's only just creeped around the corner there. It's only a slight look at the flag from there. Is there enough power to get up? Is there enough power to get in? Not quite. What a wonderful line she found. Got to be very pleased with that. Having to navigate the slope, and she'll putt in. So let's put that in. The Spanish team. Oh, it just hits the back of the hole and turns. Very good effort. Unfortunately, not quite enough in the end there. Domingo had the line correct, just not the weight here. Domingo wants to finish the hole. The final Portuguese lady in this group. Great effort. Look at the emotion there. Wonderful. Great line. Such a measured pass. Aquena. Completes as well. So they'll be heading over to hole number 9. Up on the tee box, we are now seeing the first of Slovakia and England. There's the first Slovakia shot comes through. Slovakia qualifying 6th into the round of 16 and England qualifying 11th. Chambers. who, if anybody was with us on the broadcast on the first day of competition on the singles, we saw Hannah Chambers have an unfortunate time there, but she has recovered. I had an opportunity to speak to her a day later, and she said she couldn't believe that she'd made a mistake, and one like she did, and then almost couldn't remember doing it. But it is all in the past now. The team event, time to wipe the slate clean before possibly heading into that second day of individual competition. She's got a smile back. Now this is the situation with hole number 8. Players will have to come and have a look because they can't really see the flag from their tee position. So I don't know if she's asking for the camera to move. She might want to go very wide here. Did seem to come over towards us more so than the hole, as everybody usually just walks over to the hole and tries to see the look there. What we've got now, look at this. All the flags, all the countries flying in the wind. We've got buggies there, spectators joining in, watching, enjoying the foot golf. Look at all the cameras out as well. All there. They're not taking pictures. They're all watching the CTV Sports app on their phones, seeing what's going on the other holes. Yes, well, we're watching you. Carr of England. That's not going to make it up the slope here. So the English women playing towards this left-hand side, whereas the Slovakians have gone over to the right-hand side. We just saw the Portuguese team approach that way, and it worked out very well for them. Nice line. Caddy for the English women, just climbing up on the hill there, carrying all the bags, just to have a little look. This is how the matches are looking in this women's group. Is that next shot played over the hill? It's got to catch it. It picks up a little bit of speed. You almost got to just creep it over and then let the hill do the work. Just a little bit of pace, let it creep over, and then roll gently down towards the hole. So this is Slovakia, England coming through here. We've just seen Spain, Portugal. Still to come through here, Holland, Mexico, USA and Italy. Here on this hole number 8. And taps in. Good effort from the Slovakians. It looks like, I think, Carr has to putt here to match. Oh dear. Ball moving. Wind moving that. I think it was just as she was about to take her shot. Looks like it has stopped now. Oh, she's just missed it. So Slovakia in this group will take the point into their next hole. It looks like a couple of the tee shots have already been taken. The Slovakian high on the tee box, lifting this up. Now, how does this bounce? Good roll. Very good roll there. Great tee shot. The distance comparison. High, looks to skid out to the right hand side. Looks like it came off the top of the foot. Will have to attack from the right. White of England up on the tee box now. Again, good distance on her shot. Players will make their way through. See who hit that first shot. We didn't quite see. Sitting just here. I think that's a Hill of England, and she's actually going to come forward and take a look at the hill, I guess. Quite catch her tee shot as well as the other three in this group. I should say the other three in this foursome here. Now she is going to be playing it this way, it looks. Trying to come over the slope. Not playing round it. Saying it's me to go next. Yep, there we are, me. Still discussion going on here. Don't know if they're quite sure of who's going next. And we can see Hill of England. She was pointing furiously at herself at times, saying it's me, it's me. Maybe it isn't. Don't know if anybody else is taking their shot. Can't quite see. Michaela furiously saying, it's my shot. And I think finally everyone agrees. Gets it up on top of the hill. Oh, and it's just rolling back. Now we can see the other shots there, so she's shaking her head, a little bit disappointed. Maybe didn't quite catch her first tee shot as well as she'd liked. Second one, hit it well, but just not enough to get up that hill. And that's no pun intended there. Discussion. Looks like this time it is white over on the far side. Or is it the Slovakian down there? No, I think it will be white. It should be. She lines up. Hits it. How's this going? She's trying to go over the edge there. I think she's played that way too close to the hole, to the mound. That will have rolled back. Oh, that's drifted a long way, hasn't it? Way, way, way past the flag. Almost too much power on that. Now the Slovakian on the far side. Thank you for stopping there. That's a Duthie of England. Not doing anything untoward. They're getting close, getting it up to that slope area. If they can lift it up and over. Now Hill standing here, trying to work out the line up this slope. Sits back. Has she found the line? Wanted just to slow down a bit here. Unfortunately, it does catch a little bit of the slope on the far side. Now, the other English player. Her ball just behind the mound there. Lifts it up. Now will it stop? Does it have the brakes? Turning. Still moving. Stops here. Between the players from the countries. This not good enough to get to the hole, but will put them in with a chance of being able to putt. Pleased with that, will mark. Now up the slope. Difficult shot at the best of times. Against the wind. With the pressure. Get someone to pick up that bottle that's blowing right across the course there. There you go, goes to show you the wind. That's picked up again. Gets it close, it's good. It's good that it stays up. Finishes there. Now the English players. Getting some assistance of where to place the ball. Drops it in. Great putt that from Hill. Very pleased at that. Started off this hole with a shorter tee shot, but finishes off with a very good putt. Now White's turn. Round the hole. Oh, I thought it was just going to go round and drop. Goes round. Unfortunately not. One more player to go. They will putt in. It's Scotland. Here on hole 16, playing across the water. Scotland are playing Chile. Scotland qualifying third, and Chile qualifying 14th into this round of 16. I do like that Chilean kit. Very nice. So a lot of kits already being swapped, and yet here I am without any so far being given to me. I keep asking. One day. Players coming over the bridge there. Do like the matching hats as well. You can see how it is. The unicorn impression going on with the water bottle. Hello, hello. Ah, that's Thompson and Cheryl, by the way. Who gave us the wave. Now for the Chilean, lots of tape down that right leg. Oh, nice little chip over like that. Very cute attempt. It's almost like chipping it towards the hole. Did like that play, very nice indeed. Now that wave wasn't to us. That was just to say they were on their way Delgado looking back, her with the tape on her leg, and just showing what she was trying to do. That little dink, trying to chip it over and in. So Delgado and Rios, the Chileans in this group. Finally across the bridge. Chile. So you can see the full lineup of matches in this competition there. Japan, Ireland, France, Brazil, Scotland, Chile, Norway, Sweden, Spain, Portugal, Slovakia, England, Holland, Mexico, USA, Italy. So this was the third group to tee off earlier on. Searching for the line here. How will this be played? Gentle slope going right to left as we're going up towards the flag. So it isn't one of those easier shots where you can just roll it. It's got to put a little bit more effort onto it so it gets up the hill. These are the shots you see a lot just fall short because that extra effort that has to be put on it. I end up missing it, not being able to do it. And Rios was very close. Is it turning back into the hole? Oh, it's actually gone around it. So very close, but look at that. If that had a turn towards it, that would have dropped in. Picks up. Here's Thompson of Scotland. Drops it in, fist goes up. Looks to be celebrating a point there. Cheryl, by the way, looking very excited. Looks like the match might be won by them. Extra waves given as well. Oh yes, definitely looks to be celebrating there. Lots of cheering going on. Yes, more waves. They've just realised, yeah, we're still with you. Lots of waving. Obviously back to their family and friends back in Scotland as well, watching with us here this afternoon. I think it must be early evening there. Applause from the men's team. So just say from more members of the Scottish team. That's how I should really say it. Must be happy. Getting the points. More celebrations for them. A lot of cheering going on. They'll be carrying on. It looks like they're going to be playing 17, maybe 2 in that foursome, still not finished. And next group should be making their way towards hole 16 right now. Well, that was very eventful, wasn't it? Very good indeed. Seeing all these players. As I say, we've still got lots of players to come through on this hole. And here come the next group from Chile and Scotland. And the Scottish team in this matchup. We can see walking up to the tee shot here, having a look. That's Claire Williams, current FIFG #1 female player. Does have a big tee shot, but may be in a position to be able to take the roll up. Definitely does that. So just asking for the ball to be marked. So Williams heading over there. The next roll is done. That looked to be Kent of Scotland up next. It is. The shot rolled down towards the bank. Still a bit of distance away from the edge of the stream there. And I do expect this shot to be very similar. Oh, there we are. Photo being taken. Maybe just a slightly bit further. That will help with lifting it over the water. So all four players laying up here. Foot being placed under the ball. And oh, another second layup. Now we've seen this go wrong a short while ago. How's this one doing? Oh, right on the edge. I think there's a little bit more power on that first tee shot. Wouldn't have had to worry about a second layup there. Kent, she's going over. Nice little chip. That's a wonderful effort from the Scottish lady. She'll go over and mark that. Be a little bit of dancing there for us. Kent very pleased with that shot. See the little fist pump we caught from her then. Yes. Got to be pleased, and she is going to finish here. And does so. Great power. Perfect precision from Kent of Scotland. Williams over the water. Her second shot. I think this is Ferez of Chile. Up. Oh, it's hit the bank. Rolled back into the water. Door open for more Scottish points. As this ball starts floating away, it will come in to the bank. Nearly there. And here's that shot again. Look at that. Didn't quite make it over that that bank on the far side. Ah, the hat's come in handy there. A bit of coaching for Amenabar. Has already done 2 shots to get to this position. Oh, it's skipped up. She's pleased with that. Obviously not a fan of playing over the water. Celebrates making it. Amenabar makes her way round. Marks this. Fixed up and realised it is her shot next. Now this is a big putt. Got the pace up the slope. Just stops a little wide. Williams for 3. And puts it in for 4. As Amenabar had already done 4. Would have been 5. So it looks like Williams and Kent of Scotland will walk away with points on hole 16. Water hazard causing lots of problems for the Chile team in that group. Both Amenabar and Ferez landing in the water. And then watching the Scottish women go over. I must correct myself there. Amenabar just sneaked over, didn't she? On the water. Almost went in from one edge to the next. Just going over. Obviously still points to be won here as they're going on to hole 17. They will be playing it, so most definitely. Williams to tee off first. And there we go. That's what I mean about Williams having a big strike. Did surprise me why she didn't go over the water, but maybe just playing it safe, knowing that, well, possibly that the water would be a bit more of a hazard for the women from Chile. Oh, it's looked like they were heading down the path, but hitting a bush, it's caused it to come back. And we'll sit here on the edge of the grass. They're doing another layup attempt. Loosening of the legs. Lift over the water and beyond. They're on hole 17. Par 4, 160 yards, 146 meters. Slightly longer par 4 there. Especially compared to the last one. Ferez places down the tee. She will be going for the shot. Steps backwards. Wind blowing across the tee box. You can see the flag there. Oh, and she's gone straight into the water. With the tee. She might have got a little bit more elevation. Wasn't quite able to. Now, as I'm glancing back here, I think I'm seeing Norway on the tee box. And they are playing Sweden. See Holston there, the bottom of the screen. Scored it. We saw on the very first day of coverage, a wonderful putt from Holston on hole 18. One of the longest putts we've seen so far in the whole competition. Norway with the odd shoes, playing that down to the right. Keep with the right foot, but has the Predator shoe with. Oh, this is too much. Oh, Holston almost ran for it, then saw it stop. So he's got the Predator shoe with the rubber elements on it, and then uses that one for standing. I don't know if it's one of the ones with the rubber elements though. No, it's not. It says being a shoe aficionado. Something I've always had a fondness for. Football boots and trainers, AstroTurf shoes. Another layup. For a second there, the way she stood back, I thought, hang on, we're going to have a big shot here. So now these tee shots getting a little bit closer to the bank of the stream there. Does make that second shot a little bit easier, especially if you are wary of lifting the ball. Holston. Up, over. Now, will this get it? This is going to come. This is going to roll back. Now, it's going to roll back in the right way. Oh, it's very straight, isn't it? Didn't turn towards or away. Rolled straight back. Has left them in a very good position. Swedes will be happy with that shot over the water there. Very brisk pace being made here. Finishing off here. Lovely putt. Very well played hole. By Holston and Nettlehead of Sweden. Just a delicate little chip. Over the water. Maybe could have done a little bit more there. There's a discussion going on there. A few smiles. But we just saw the Swedish team put it in for two. Sorry, for three. The Norwegian team will now have to putt. Putt will make all the difference. Len Pedersen. Norway in their darker blue shirts today. The putt needs to be made for the point on this hole. Uphill. Is the line good? That's not got the power on it. It's not going to power it. It's not going to make it. Picks up, knows that's a little bit harder. Would have been helpful for the Norwegian team. So the Swedish team of Holston and Nettlehead take the point against Odden and Lent Pedersen of Norway. As they make their way over to hole 17, which has also seen quite a few players already become a bit of a cropper on it. Now, we will be heading over now to hole number 12. Here's hole number 12, catching up with the England team that we saw a short while ago. England playing Slovakia. Got to get the ball up onto the green here. I see already climbing up. See the players a long way down there. It's like Car of England. Up the first slope. Up the second. Is it gonna stay? It might just start rolling back. It stops there. A tricky hole here, as you can see. So the tee shot, not just in the distance there, hole 12. This is a par 3, 78 yards, 71 meters. It is short, but as you can see, with that slope, players do tend to come round to the pin, rather than trying to play big and straight up to it, because it could end up rolling right over the far side and again down another slope on the side where our camera is. Slovakia up towards the hole. Gets the applause. But we'll stop right there. And the England players coming to take a look at hole 12. Drifting round. A little stop there quite nicely. It gives themselves a should just putt in. Puts it in very well. Gets the high fives all round. Now we're back on hole 16 with Sweden and Norway. How's this line looking? Yeah, plenty of room, plenty of space for the Swedish player. Here's Berg of Norway. Saw her at the opening ceremony and somebody went, "Oh, there's Susan." I was like, "Who's Susan?" "Oh, Susie." As everybody knows her as Susie. I was like, "Ah, right. Now I know who you mean." Just a little bit further. All four players look to be, or will be rolling this up, I'm sure. Looks like a couple of markers needed. So, ball's marked. Now. So this is where she's going to roll it, try and roll it between the orange ball and the bushed area that we saw there. Well, there's the markers we saw. So very close to those. Now, it's still quite a distance away from the actual edge of that stream. Berg. Over. It's the far side. Luckily that slope there will pull it back. Needs a bit more of a roll. It's not going to happen. It is. Oh, maybe it is. Picking up, picking up. Still moving. Still moving. It's still moving. Looks like it's speeding up now. And there you go. For a second, it looked like it was going to stop such a way away from it. And now It's a tap in for 3 for Berg from Norway. Now the other players would have seen that and gone, okay, now if I do overhit it, I must overhit it near the flag. And that slope will pull it back. Oh, she hasn't made it. Bounced off the far side and wedged it under the drainage pipe there. Oh, Berg is on hand to help out. That's probably one of the nicer ones to recover. Let's see that again. This shot looks like it was going over and then just hits the base right at the bottom there of the bank and bounces back. Gets a second attempt at it. Puts the marker down. We'll try again in a second. Oh, Margerson, great technique. Now, is this high enough to roll back? It is. This is very close indeed, and it's in. Wonderful shot from Magnusson of Sweden for 2. Gotta be pleased with that. Yeah, you see a big smile on her face there. Great shot. Other instances would be saying the same about that, but right now, fantastic. Magnusson will take a point here. Walk round and over the bridge. With Berg taking 3. Now this must be the pairing there of Berg and Magnusson. She must have thought she'd done everything right to take the point, and then sees that drop in. Great putts. 4-3. Berg doesn't need to take the shot. It was these two. This is the pairing here, so they tied up on 3s. So it looked like a point for Sweden out of that foursome, and a tie. I'll head over to hole 17. Striding off. A couple more holes to go. Lynn Nilsson with a great putt as well. Making their way round now. Very good seeing that there on hole 16. Almost perfect play. Heading over to hole number 12. We've got Portugal and Spain here. Now, we saw the England team just a short while ago. I've just been handed a score update. Slovakia currently 2-1 up through 10. So Slovakia currently 2-1 up through 10 holes. A lot of discussion down there on the tee box. So as we can see, we saw the flag basically to our left-hand side right now. It's a long way to go. It looks relatively short, but then you sort of think, well, it's high. It's got to get up the hill. The players tend to play around the slope to get there, almost like a spiral. Driving up to the right-hand side. So as you can see there, tee box and flag almost together. The discussion is to, it's like, needs to turn around. Quite a few discussions. The arms gesticulating that way, up round. Trying to work out who's next. Is the, I believe, the Portuguese player. As she places her ball. Drives round to the right. We're getting the turn. Rolls back now. This, you can see the line where the ball is now. Going from right to left. That's almost the path to the hole. Got to find it. Domingo of Spain. Maybe looking to place the ball somewhere there. If it rolls, if you get the right spin on the ball, it will turn off to the left and then roll down the hill towards the pin. Get a greater chance of a three. Now, there's 78 yards, as you can see, on hole number 12. Par 3, 71 meters. Going up that side. Oh, it's turning away, see? Is he coming back? Is he going to stop? It has stopped. Stop, crash, stop goes up. Overall, not too bad. Could have been a lot worse there. Marker goes down now. A little bit further round on the base of the slope there. This is going to be a bit trickier. I think you may have to play this a little bit harder to get through. A bit more of a run-up And there's on the slope, it pulls it away, pulls it back. Hasn't quite got the distance of the last one. Needs this to stop now, but on that slope, that's going to be very difficult. It's going to end up rolling past. We can see the two markers on the pitch. It's just about to pass that marker, has done so. Will it stop before it hits this next part of the slope? Oh, it hasn't. It has now. In the end there, not too great. So it was one of those shots that needed, I mean, even more put on it. Maybe almost treat it as a tee shot. Get up round the back here. See the Slovakians on, that's on hole 11. She's about to putt. Oh, and that's very wayward. Just curved away. Another attempt up the slope. Now this will turn. There we go. The head, the throwback of the head has told us everything we need to know here. It's one of those shots that has to be played with power to get up and over those slopes, to prevent it rolling back this far. Limbering up, little loosening of the legs. Don't get this right, it will turn too late. How's this looking? Looking very good. Oh, well, the line was absolutely spot on up the slope. Now, it's just funny how some slopes we just see the ball just keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. They're here on a slope, the ball stops. Another fist goes up. Some great shots, thank you. No, you giving us some wonderful entertainment. Goncalves from Portugal. Now the discussion going in on this far side. Shot ideal if you can play with probably a left foot. It is going to be played with the left. To turn towards the hole. Played it a bit straight. Played more on the with the heel on the side foot rather than, I think maybe should have played through it a little bit more, just to get a little bit of spin and a bit of turn. And drops the putt in. Now going up the slope. Very straight line. This turns and rolls back. Don't know if it did. I don't think it did. Generally, that would be a good effort. And putts in. Another good putt. This time from Domingo of Spain. Some good play there. Down on the tee box, we can see some of the English team. I think just waiting for the women to hole and finish 11. Sleeves rolled up. See one of the players also wearing the Mexican shirt. The men's senior team losing out to the Mexican senior team earlier on today. I think the score, overall final score was 3-0. May have been 4-0. Here's some more of the Portuguese and Spain team making their way to hole 17. Now, I hope you appreciate we're trying to show you as much cover as we can. Many of the teams playing in this competition, rather than just following one team throughout and missing everyone. Trying to show as much foot golf as we can. So they've made their way over to 17. Got to get everyone away and from behind the tee as they need to take their tee shot. Now a little bit of discussion of how to play this. It is difficult. We've seen a couple of layup attempts on occasion. Others do try to go over. Now how's this tee shot going? Over the water with ease. Absolute breeze there. Look at that wind. Just sitting up on the marker. Sorry, on the tee. Oh, is this going to make it? Oh, lovely skip up out of the water. Pepito. Up and over. Now up on hole 16. Slovakia, England. The first roll up from the Slovakian. And Carr playing that close. Doing very good indeed. Gets a high five from the caddy. Both these pairings been playing very well throughout the afternoon. Now what are we going to see here? Are we going to see attempts getting it over? A second layup perhaps? No. Steps back. Lines up the shot. Lifts it up. Over. It just hits the edge of the bank. That's absolutely killed all pace on that ball. The roll is going right to left. It won't roll back to the water, but hitting the edge of the bank there absolutely took all of the pace out of it. Chambers of England lifts it up a little bit further. Now you almost want to really attack the pin. Can do that, it will roll and turn back. We've already seen that happen this afternoon. From the Swedish pairing. Dreadful high fives from the England team there. What an absolute mess. So I see them around the pavilion. I'll have words with them. I'll pass that on. Such heavy strapping on the knees here. Round the patella. Oh, very close. Puts in for three. Sorry, for four. Let me get that right. And Carr so very close to three. Picks up. Another tie on hole 16 with this pairing. They'll make their way back over to 17. Will they play it over the water? Will they roll it up? Well, we saw some lovely strikes from the players in this group, so I do imagine that and kisses back, of course. Thank you very much, Slovakia. This is over on hole number 12 with the England-Slovakia pairings. That very tricky sloped hole. Shot looks to have been played high and wide round on the right-hand side, and then rolling back. Probably not the worst, not a bad way to play it. Maybe something a little different to what everyone else is doing. I was saying, if I play it that way, it's going to turn to the left. You always want to play it with the left foot turning away. But I would say a right foot would almost need to come up towards the slope. You can see him, it's like dark mark on the slope there. Ball was played up there and turned. This is way too early. This could end up, as luckily it has stopped. Ball placed. So you almost want to, if you're going to cut the corner, you've got to come up and round. It seems everyone's coming up towards us, maybe more towards the centre of the screen. The bottom centre. And then hopefully it'll turn round. Use that arc across the bottom. Time being taken. Is this going to turn towards the hole? It certainly is. Wonderful shot. Great putt from the Slovakians. As we say, they were up in this matchup. Very casual walk to the hole after such an excellent putt. There we go, you can see the wind speed now increasing up to 13 miles an hour, 21 kilometers. Flag blowing away. Oh, and it's wide. Stops as well. Complete the putt. And does so. Well done. Now Hill. We'll need to put this in. Good line. And just drops in for Michaela Hill. Mexico are playing Holland. And we can see the Mexican players lining up their tee shots on this tricky hole 12. This height, now they're driving it in. Obviously over to the left as we're looking at it. If it sits there, I don't think it is, it's not. That's rolling back. Really went for it. Got to go with so much power to get it up these slopes. Even the biggest hitters in the game will be sort of very wary of doing that, with that chance of some maybe over-hitting it, seeing it drift away. This second shot, that's going to just turn. You can see the way the curve, yeah, see, brings that ball back in, just like so. It's like, we don't have to move, it's going to come. There it is. You can see it sort of just brings it back into shot for us. So Mexico in the green kit, red and white stripe, down the front and back. And Holland in their second kit. I think it actually might be their third kit of black. Cruz there taking a look with the rangefinder, seeing if that would help. skipped up, then turns to the right. Because the Holland have the orange kit and the white kit as their second one. Orange and blue stripe across the back. So I'm paying attention to all of the kits. Hello. Stop. I think it's been called. It's not a wave at all. It's me saying hello to them. We've seen this shot played a few times. Get this turn. It's a very good effort. If this keeps rolling, there's a chance this could go in. Oh, it's very close to doing so. Just ran out of a little bit of steam there. Putts in. Pleased with that. Now, it's just seen a line of what to do here. Got to make sure enough pace is put on this so it doesn't turn, basically start coming back. Good concentration. Round the bank at the back. Is that, is it too high? It's turning the wrong direction. Heading away. Picks up, knows can't beat the score of the Dutch player. So Cruz of Mexico. Heading on through, we see the Mexican men's seniors team. Made the quarterfinals earlier today, eliminating the England team. A lot of discussion going on down there. That's hole 11. Hole 11 being a par 4. Played there. Just able to see that. A few more buggies going past. Discussion from the Dutch players we can see there. Ball placed down. Now, I know we're not concentrating on hole number 11 here, but you can see the technique and the form of the play. Shot goes in. And we'll have players making their way up to hole number 12 as well. just a second. You see everyone coming through there. Mexico and Holland playing. See shirts of all countries watching here. A few swapped shirts already. See someone standing there on the tee box of 12, waiting. Just waiting for their other pairings to come through. And some waving going on from the players from Holland. So good. See, here's the flag position for hole number 11. So we see those shots that came in there that were taken, and got to get it up that slope. Then just drops down. You just can't quite see the base of the hole. We will see it drop in. And willing it to turn, it just failed to do so. Still a bit of a distance to play here. That putt, there's so many slopes to contend with on this course. Actually, going to get a nice early view of the orange course. This shot comes in. It's basically going away again. Almost the same distance, but the far side. Discussion going on just there, a little bit of refreshment being taken as well in this heat. If the sun isn't shining, then there is always the infamous Floridian humidity. Now we can see where we ended up over here. It should just make an appearance. There it is. Oh, is he going to roll back? Is he going to roll back? It is. don't know how far. She seems to be stepping back away from it. The Mexican woman. Now basically it's almost from the same place. It's like, do it again. Do it again. But do it better. This time, the movement of the ball has come to a stop. It has been done better. Open stance. It comes in, snaps that putt into play. Very close. It's not got the power on this shot at all, has it? Lots of stop cries going up here on hole number 11. Very difficult to play. The conditions not helping with this extra wind. And makes the putt there. Finally. Next shot. Lined up. Drops in. I'll head over to hole number 12 now. And that tricky slopes of 11 will be replaced by an even trickier slope on hole number 12, the spiral hole. Now we've got there, hole 12, the shorter par 3, 78 yards. That's it, 71 meters. How is this going to be played? We've seen many ways of playing it. Round. Is he going to make it up just a little bit? It's rolling back. Not the best of tee shots for the Dutch player. As the Mexicans come to the tee box with the tee now will be playing it straight, not risking the shot up the slope. Only seen a couple. If you have a larger hit, then I'm sure you would try it. But here it's probably what's been worked at is that shot. Just comes around. This is where lots of players do tend to try and play it in this area here, and then come around, use the slope to guide the ball towards the hole here on hole number 12. Mexico-Holland, part of the teams competition. This is the women's teams competition. First time at any World Cup there has been a women's team competition. So again, more history making at this World Cup. left foot. Up into a very similar position. And that eventually stops. Not quite there yet. Still eventually did come to the stop. Now this next shot, it's gone very wide, but if that hits the edge, that should roll back in. And I'm sure it did. This is going to come up now. How's the line going to be with those slopes? Could change direction. Oh, gone very wide. This can get up this next one. Turn towards the flag. A little bit early, but in a good position to putt for 3. A lot of discussion from the Mexican team there about how to play it, where to play it. They all bunched up from that position. What do you do? At least one of them's holding the camera the right way around to video. Always horizontal. Arms out. Up. Will it turn here? Where's the turn going to bring this? It is a bit further away, but not enough roll to get it towards the hole. But it is a very good putting opportunity again. Now just checking the distance. What line are we going to follow here? It's looking to be a similar one. A little bit shallower, the turn here. Now if this catches the back, there's no way it's returning to the flag. See the dark clouds in the sky there. Bringing us these not so favourable weather conditions. Now stop. So putting opportunities for most of them here in this group, in this matchup between the Mexican and Holland women's teams. As I say, this shot over the far side here, first time we've seen it. We did mention earlier on that there is a chance that this could happen, you know, not play it straight, and that will go over that way. If you don't catch that curve properly, it will go over. So let's see what she does here. Say something new on this hole. Something we've not seen as yet. over the first slope towards the hole. Well, the line was very well, the weight was very good. Very good indeed. Always difficult when you've got to go over a slope because there is generally a little bit of a turn. Good effort from Ladrón of Mexico. Oh, it just clips the edge of the cup. Well, I did say these were good putting opportunities from those distances. And it looks like that's one that's not been taken. Is that the door being opened for the Mexicans? No power. Very weak, and I think she knew it as soon as that shot left her foot. It's gone down to mark it. I thought she may well just finish there. Ball started to move there. It wasn't don't think she touched it. Oh, it's put her wide. I think that movement of the ball just before that first putt attempt almost put her off. Finally gets it at that second attempt. Ball being placed. With care, with effort. You see how that was just went down. And then that little making sure the putt is made. We've got one more to go here. This will probably even it all up. Yeah, looks like nobody's celebrating on hole 12 in this matchup between Mexico and Holland. So it'll probably be evens.